Hello and welcome my dear students. I am Rohan sir from Mahdi English Medium School. I welcome my all dear 3rd standard students in today's science lecture. Dear students, in the previous lecture we were solving the question bank of chapter number 6 which is a very fresh chapter. I have just explained you before 2 days. So I hope that in the previous lecture also I gave you the instruction that if you have not watched our explanation video, then please go to YouTube and watch that video first. Only then will you be able to solve the question bank. Obviously, unless you don't understand the chapter, how will you be able to solve the exercises? So it's better if you go in a sequence like I give you in this lectures. So in the previous lecture I just completed the subjective part, that is question answers part of your fair notebook, which you have to write in your fair notebook, and then I started with the question bank, which we always solve after the end of the chapter. That means after we finish our explanation, theory, objective, subjective, everything, then we start with either our worksheet or our question bank. So I have just started with the question bank part, and 2 objective questions we have completed from our question bank in the previous lecture. Now I hope that you have come up with this much of work, you have sent this much work to your follow-up teachers. So because those who are sending me, I am keeping the notes, but I hope that those who are not sending me, at least they are sending to their follow-up teachers. And let me tell you, nowadays sending of thoughts, sending of work is becoming less from your side. Make sure you do it regularly, as we teachers prepare the lectures regularly for you, we send it regularly to you. It is now your duty that you finish your work, which is not more than 20 minutes of work in the lecture regularly. Okay, now starting with the lecture, I hope that you are sitting with your all the stuff, that is pencil, textbook and rough book, which I informed you at the end part of the previous lecture, that in the next lecture, that means in this lecture, you have to be already prepared with your rough notebook and textbook if needed. So what are we going to do today? Question bank 1 and 2 of chapter 6. Yes, that means yesterday we started one question bank, that is question bank number 1, which we will finish today. After that we will start solving question bank number 2, and not to worry, I have given the heading question bank 1, question bank 2. So you can also specifically write it down in your rough notebook. I hope that this is clear to you. This agenda of what we are going to do today is clear in your mind, and at the same time I hope that you are sitting with both your books, text and rough notebook. Let's get started with today's work, today's lecture. Question bank number 1. Fill in the blanks. Now this is what we are going to start with, which is question bank number 1. We have to finish that question bank and then only we can move towards question bank number 2. Anyways, now fill in the blanks. Please give the heading question bank 1, or if you just continue with yesterday's work, you can easily mention that this is question bank number 1. You don't have to write that. So you can just write fill in the blanks. Please give the heading fill in the blanks. And what you are going to do is just write the answers for now. Yes, I will send the pictures PDF file of this question bank, as I have sent it to you for chapter number 1 and 2 during your exams, so that you can revise it at that time. So not to worry, I will send it for this question bank of chapter number 6 as well. You just have to write the questions, because anyhow you know that we do the revision properly every time. So you don't have to remember the questions, you just have to understand the questions. Okay, so I hope that now you have given the heading fill in the blanks. Let's get started with fill in the blanks of question bank number 1. Number 1. Gills and air holes are organs which help in breathing. Now gills and air holes are given. You have to fill in the blanks with the words starting with alphabet N. So which organ is missing which starts with N? So even if you want to try, you can try your answers on your own. You can write the answers because this is very easy. All the organs are given with the help of which living things can breathe. Okay, I hope few at least students have tried to write the answer on their own. So the correct answer is nose. Nose, gills and air holes are organs which help in breathing for human beings, animals, plants. So here nose word was missing. Please write down the answer if you have not written. And please repeat after me. FBs we are going to repeat. So now you have to repeat after me loudly, clearly. Nose, gills and air holes. Repeat students. Nose, gills and air holes are organs which help in breathing. Yes, it is not breathing, it is breathing. Okay, moving on. Number 2. P dash make their own food. P dash make their own food. Please fill in the blanks. Please try to solve this. If you will try, either you will be wrong or you will be right. So at least you will be having 2 options. But if you don't try, you will go nowhere. So please try your own. P dash make their own food. Okay, so here the correct answer is plants. Plants make their own food. Yes, people also do make their own food, but here plants will suit the best because people is very common. Obviously people make their own food. So plants, I hope you have written the answer. Please repeat after me once. Plants make their own food. That's it. Let us move on to the next. Number 3. The pigeon lays dash. Pigeon lays dash. So what is laid by pigeon? Yes, I know many of you are just now thinking that this is very easy answer. Sir, I know this. So this is obviously very easy answer. Anyways, the correct answer is eggs. Pigeon lays eggs. Please write down the answer for those who have not written. And make sure you write answer numbers properly. Okay. So this is, I think we don't have to repeat this. There is nothing to be repeated in this one. Let's move now towards the next question of question bank 1. Please give the heading on the same page because I know that now you will be having the space. You have only written 3 FB answers, so you might be having the space right now. So please give the heading leaving one line, match the column. Please give the heading, match the columns. See, you have to highlight the heading because I'm just having a look on your work. I'm just checking the work haphazardly. I just check it. Few students are such, they are not highlighting the headings, so we don't understand what exactly have they written. So this is must. You leave 1 or 2 lines, give the heading and highlight that heading, because we are just checking it from our mobile phones, so it will be hard for us then if you write in a bad handwriting, bad presentation. Okay, anyways, what you are supposed to do in this question bank number 1, match the columns, is just write column A first and when informed, write column B. Okay, this is very simple instruction. You just have to write column A full and column B you don't have to write. When the answers are displayed, at that time you have to write column B. Let's get started with match the columns and try to match it on your own. Now column A, please write down this much only. You don't have to write column B, just write column A. Only 4 words are there: antenna, seats, boy, touch me not. I repeat, first one is antenna, second is seats, third boy, fourth touch me not. Please write it down quickly. Column A. Meanwhile, I'll display column B, but I repeat, you don't have to write right now column B. So these column B options are shuffled. Perfect answers are not kept beside the question. So you just have to try to match it, and then while I display the answer, at that time only you have to write column B. Okay. Now options on this side: A, mimosa, B, grows into a man, C, butterfly, and D, grows into new plants. Now try to match A and B with the correct pair. Antenna, just try to match it with all. Only 4 options are there, so it will not take more than 5 to 10 seconds. Antenna, will you be able to match it with the mimosa, grows into a man, butterfly, grows into a new plant? So what can you match antenna with? Similarly think for seeds. Can you match it with mimosa? Can you match it with grows into a man? Butterfly, grows into new plants. Now if you are able to match it, for now you can do one thing. If suppose you think that antenna matches with mimosa, so you can write beside antenna, you can just write option A in the bracket, so as to just trial in this work. Please don't write column B. Boy, can you match it with mimosa, or can you match it with grows into a man? And touch me not, which is the last one, can you match it with grows into plants, butterfly, grows into man, or mimosa? If you have understood the chapter properly, if you have watched my lectures regularly, this is just a piece of cake for you to solve it. I hope that you might have matched at least 2 words. Let's see the correct answers. Now the answers are as follow. Antenna matches with the butterfly because butterflies have the antenna to feel the changes around them. If you remember, grasshopper, the photo was there in your textbook. And then seeds, you can match it with grows into the new plants. Then boy, grows into man, touch me not, mimosa. So here you can see, students, that answers I have matched, and these are very easy to recognize. How to match A and B is very easy, and yes, those who have understood the lesson, they might have already matched all the options, and at least 2 or 3, if not all. So now you can see that mimosa, touch me not, why it is matched? It's very easy, because mimosa plants are such that if you touch it, it will close its leaves. So that is why its nickname is touch me not plant. So this way, if you have watched my lectures, it is very easy for you to understand. Still, I'll explain you. Now boy, I have matched with grows into a man. This was there into the living things grow section in your textbook. Obviously, boy will gradually grow into a man and an old man. Seeds, it will grow into the new plants, obviously. And antenna, butterflies have antenna. So these are very easy. So please write down column B now. Like I said, when I inform you, only then you have to write. So please write down answers. Just quickly write down the answers. Don't sit to draw column B and lines and all. This is what you can do afterwards. First you have to just write the answers beside the questions perfectly, keeping proper distance, and that will work as a line. Antenna, butterfly, seeds, grows into new plants, boy, grows into a man, touch me not, mimosa. I'll repeat one more time and then I'll change the page, and I hope that in the meantime you might have finished writing. Antenna, butterfly, seeds, grow into new plants, boy, grows into a man, touch me not, mimosa. So I hope you might have written these answers. If you are not able to finish, it's okay, you can watch the lecture again. So this was the match the following for question bank number 1. Now moving on to question bank number 2, and with that starting with fill in the blanks. So students, this compulsorily you have to write on the new page. Please give the heading question bank 2 FB. You can just now write FB as you are writing it in your rough book. Just give the heading question bank 2 properly, so that when you send the photos, I'll be able to recognize whether you have written question bank 1 and 2 properly or not, and separately or not. Okay, what you have to do is, in fill in the blanks with the correct words, you have to just write the answers. Options are provided. You have to choose the correct word and fill in the blanks. So just write the answers. I hope you have given the heading. Let's get started. Number 1. Dash things can move on their own. Options are, as you can see in the brackets, living or non-living. Yes, I know many of you are giving me the answers, writing the correct answers as if you know everything, but yes, I really appreciate that confidence, because these are very easy objectives. So please don't write the question, just write the answer if you have got the correct answer. Anyways, here is your correct answer. Living. So living things can move on their own. Obviously non-living things cannot move. So living is the correct answer. Please write down the answer number 1, and also it's time for you to repeat after me, as fill in the blanks we are going to repeat. So please repeat this first fill in the blanks with me. Living things can move on their own. Okay, let's move to the next one, number 2. The leaves of the dash plant close when touched. Options are, as you can see here in the brackets, sunflower, mimosa. So these two are the options. Now this is also very easy. Now even if you have watched this lecture from the beginning properly, also then will you be able to solve this. So I hope that you have written the answers if you know the correct answer. And for those who are waiting for me to display, here is the correct answer. Mimosa. So the leaves of mimosa plant close when touched. So that is why it is known as touch me not. So if you remember students, we matched it in the match the following. Mimosa, touch me not. Now it's the time for you to repeat this blank after me. Please repeat it clearly and loudly. The leaves of the mimosa plant close when touched. Okay, moving on to next one, number 3. Dash move from one place to another in search of food and shelter. Options are animals or plants. So dash move from place to place in the search of food and shelter. Please write down the answers. At least try to write the correct answers because only 2 options are there. So it's very easy for you to choose the correct one. Okay. So I cannot give you more than 3 to 4 seconds. Here is the correct answer. Animals. Obviously, plants cannot move from one place to another, right? They have the movement, they have the different movements in their leaves, in their flowers, but they do not move from one place to another. That is restricted because they are rooted at one place. Their roots are fixed at one place. So animals is the correct option. Animals and birds, they migrate, they move from one place to another in the search of food and shelter. Please repeat this after me. Animals move from one place to another in search of food and shelter. Okay, let's move to the next one, number 4. Non-living things dash. Options: grow or do not grow are the 2 options. Non-living things dash, grow or do not grow. Yes, I know many of you are already writing the answer, giving me the answers. Let's see what the correct answer is. Do not grow. Obviously, non-living things. So how can they grow? They don't breathe, they don't eat, they don't feel the changes. So they do not grow. So there is nothing to repeat this in this fill in the blanks because this is very easy. So I hope you have written the answer, at least number 4. Okay, number 5. Most animals feel or sense changes around them with the help of their dash. Let me read this question again. Most animals feel or sense changes around them with the help of their dash. Options are sense organs or hands. With what do they feel the changes around them? And here it is written most animals, not all. So there is a difference between most and all. Most means 80% or 85%. All means 100%. So options are sense organs or hands. So this is very easy one, and I hope that you have written the answer and you are not waiting for me to display the correct answer. Anyways, it is my duty to display the correct answer. Here the correct answer is sense organs. Yes, that means eyes to see, nose to smell, tongue to taste, skin to feel, ears to hear. So these 5 are the sense organs which human beings have, and most of the animals also do have. Okay, now students, that was the end of our fill in the blanks. Please write the last heading, match the following. Match the following. As you have given question bank 2 the heading, so you just have to write match the following. You already have given question bank 2 as a heading, so just write match the following. What do you have to do is, as we did same with the previous match the following, you just have to write column A first, and when displayed the answer you have to write column B. Let's get started. If you have given the heading match the following, these are the questions. Column A, please write down column A. Make sure when you write these words, leave one line, and don't write column B. I will display it for the options, but you don't write it. Okay, so I hope you have started writing column A. I'll read both the columns. Column A, living things, human beings, butterfly, plants. Column B, stomata, air holes, breathe, nose. This is also super easy. if you have understood the chapter properly. I hope that you have written column A by now. Living things, human beings, butterfly, plants. So now, like I said, you can just write, if you think living things matches with option A, you have to write option A beside living things for now, just for the trial. Obviously, I am going to display the correct answer. So what do you think? Living things matches with stomata, air holes, breathe or nose? Human beings matches with the air holes, breathe or nose? Try to match it. Few options might puzzle you out, might confuse you, but you have to think precisely. Butterfly matches with the air holes, stomata, breathe, or plants, the last option, matches with stomata, air holes, breathe. Please think about your answers properly. Okay, I will not ask you to wait a lot. Here are the correct answers. A will remain as it is. B. So, living things, you please start writing the answers, students. Start writing the answers. Make sure you do not change the options, like if C will remain C only. It will not become A as you have matched it with number 1. So, living things matches with option C, breathe. Human beings matches with D, nose. Butterflies matches with the air holes, whereas plants matches with the stomata. Now here, living things, they breathe, all the living things, yes. Now human beings breathe with their nose. Butterflies breathe with air holes, and plants have their breathing organs on their leaves called stomata. So I hope this is very easy for you, and I also hope that you have already matched it before looking at my answers on the screen. So please write the answers. I'll repeat it one more time and the last time. Living things breathe. Human beings nose. Butterfly air holes. Plants stomata. Okay, so that was the end of our writing, reading and repeating part. Now concluding with today's thought by our brilliant student Hemani Mariam of Standard 3rd. She has given me this thought on the Teachers' Day. Now as you know that many students have given me the thoughts on Teachers' Day. So one by one I'll try to display it with its meaning. So what thought has she given us? Let's see. Stand up from your sitting position in the respect of your parents and teacher, even if you are a king. Very good thought and a deep thought. Hemani Mariam has given us this thought. This thought means that even if you are king, no matter at what position you are, you need to stand up for your parents and teachers, at least in their respect. So even if you are a kind of lawyer, you are a judge, you are collector, you are kind of PM, PA, whatever you are, you need to stand up for your teachers and parents, because they are in some or the other way creator of your career. So this is very good and beautiful thought with a beautiful meaning as well. So we really appreciate Hemani Mariam for her efforts. She is continuously sending us the thought with very few students. So keep sending the work to the teachers. Thanks for watching the lecture. I'll come with new lectures. Maybe in the next lecture I'll prepare a short class test of chapter 6 for you. So be prepared. Take care. Goodbye.